Is it back? Okay. Not sure what that was about. Oh, but I probably... That means I probably have to check some settings. Ow. Everything's off. Okay. Okay. So that should be working okay. All right, now I think we've also got the music going. And let's get the chat started. And we are going to test out some of the things I've added. So let's go ahead and try out set info. And what is it going to give us? Oh, okay. So it gave me the welcome, which it's supposed to do. But okay. So that one's not working. Let's try this one. Well, doesn't that just stink? I was working on some new pieces, new fun stuff to hopefully show, and it doesn't seem like it's working quite right. Well, that's no fun. Let's see. Hey, Phil. Well, at least that one's working. I created some. I added some stuff to my setup to try to get some interactive things going for the chat. And at least the welcome one is working. I tried to set ones up that would automatically respond with what set I'm building, which that one doesn't seem to be working. And I had one that's supposed to let you grab for a random Lego piece, and that one doesn't seem to be working. So, oh well, some new stuff. For right now, we'll just continue with the build, and if I have time later, I'll at the end maybe I'll go back and try to figure out why those things aren't working. But for right now, we'll just move on. No, I did them straight through. I didn't use Stream Elements. I used StreamerBot to have it run more local on my laptop. It can be a little fiddly. It kind of gives you a little bit more control over some of the things than Stream Elements does, but it has its own quirks that you have to work through. So, in fact, I fought with it for a couple days to get the grab overlay because it's supposed to pop up a little like timed overlay that pops up with the piece, and I fought with that for probably 2 days, trying to figure out what the errors were that were coming out of it to get it to work properly, and it just didn't really want to cooperate. And then I finally got it working today. I was like, oh, great. Okay. Got that working. Let me quickly try to get this pieces that what set I'm working on working and a welcome message. And so one is working. But well, it's more than I had last week. So little baby steps, right? Making progress. So we will continue with you've been fiddling with Stream Elements. Yeah. When I first set up to do my streams, I was using Stream Elements 2. I don't know what it was about the setup there. It was really hard for me to kind of grasp some of the concepts of how it was working with the browsers. I think my problem was actually I was never happy with the way I was supposed to set it up. So I kept rethinking every time I'd get started. I decide, no, I don't like it this way. I'm going to tear it all down and start over and do it again a different way. And in the end, I never ended up with anything because I was just constantly restarting. So I went this route for now, just because one thing that I do like for StreamerBot is it does have like some chat things built into it that I can pop open larger on my laptop that's running it, and it's a lot easier for me to read from a distance than my other laptop was. It's not great because then I only have the one screen, so it's covering my OBS, so I can't really see myself. So the only thing I have is my other machine that's delayed. But we're going to try it for now. And I do have another screen, like a device I could use for some of the stuff that I think I can put chat on. So I might try that if I get stuck, but I think I'm discovering that everything with streaming and content is kind of fiddling with everything. You're never going to be happy. There's always something else to work on and change and tweak and try to find a different way that you're happier with. So we'll just go with what it is for now and revisit later. How's your week been? Oh, I meant to say, I didn't catch everybody on St. Patrick's Day. I intended to. I got up, I set an alarm to try to start off right at the beginning. And then when I woke up, it was like, I'm just too tired. I couldn't. And I think I probably caught most of everybody. And then between meetings and family and everything else, I couldn't see everybody for St. Patrick's Day, but I did catch at least a little bit of most of the people, and I thought that was really cool. I liked that everybody had like their own little thing, and it was like everybody had their own kind of vibe. It was really nice to be able to see everybody doing their thing for St. Patrick's Day. It was a very enjoyable thing. I'll definitely be looking forward to whatever happens for the next type of kind of like event. Yeah, your last overlay ended up with spelling errors. Yeah. And it's always tough. Like depending on when you catch them, whether or not you catch them early enough. Is this the right piece? Yeah, this is the right piece. Oh, yeah, and right now, so I got to figure out where I am not close enough. That's the one thing. I still don't know that I like this vertical one. I'm not finding the location for building very well. I'm going to need to scoot in, I think. Smash right into the table. Long week. Tuesday was a massive day, yeah. It was a second brick crawl event. Yeah, it was cool. I really like that. And I ended up watching, like, there's a bunch of creators that I was watching that I think I'd seen before. Okay, where is everything? I'm trying to line up visually where everything is. Okay, I think this will be a little bit. No, my problem is it's reversed. Is that what my problem is? So I want to go more this way. Okay. Sorry. I'm just trying to line everything up. But so it was, I liked seeing the different creators that maybe I'd seen in like passing, being live, and I didn't know either who they were or whether or not it was like a creator to check out. And seeing that they were part of it, it was ones that I would maybe never have found, or they're on at times where I'm not usually looking. So it was nice to find some new people that I've subbed to now that I can kind of pop in and see what's going on and watch their content now. Yeah, it was the mirrors. Yeah, it was really throwing me off for a moment there. I kept trying to move so I was in a better shot for the video, and it's like no, I'm moving the wrong direction, and I'm still way off. Why is it so? Why am I so messed up? Like, what is throwing me off here right now? Actually, what's not helping is this microphone. Try to get it in a better spot so I can see. All right, so here's laser Laserbeak, and Ravage is off the screen over here, and here's the mini. Yeah, okay. So it's like that's like dead center. So like this is banging right into the microphone. I'm having real trouble tonight. So yeah, so like right here is where I want to be once the video for that I'm looking at catches up. Yeah, yeah. So right there. Okay. That's the one thing I think I like better about the wider shot rather than the vertical because um, it's just easier to see everything. It captures so much more. Like I know it's good for discoverability, but it's hard to keep it contained. I could zoom it out a little bit, but then I think it's a little bit far for the other shot. So tweaks. I gotta tweak things here and there. I believe at this stage now, I should be building Soundwave. I have no idea what part I'm building. I would assume that I'm going to be building some sort of a part of the like central base piece. Maybe I could try to do this. St. Patrick's Day was the first time you dual streamed, and I found it. I went back because I was trying to find out a little bit more about some of that, and I kind of feel like I don't like that if you go back, you can't find like it just creates the vertical from your horizontal at that time, and then it's gone. So if you wanted to go back and check how your stream looked to see if it like looked right, if it was working well, and you're using that built-in feature from YouTube, you can't find it anywhere. You just have to kind of hope that whatever they did to crop your video lined up the way you wanted it at the time, and that's kind of it. Like one of the things when I look on my screen, I feel like the video quality of the vertical doesn't look as nice. But I don't know if that's just my computer, and there's really no way to go and find it. And there was somebody, there's only one creator, and I can't remember who they are. I can't remember their name or their channel, that they go out and they purposely stream in vertical and horizontal. And so you can find both streams. And I don't know if my machine could handle that, but I think that would almost be the way I would end up going if I keep doing it, because I think I'd like to be able to have more control over what goes out vertical than just like picking a column of your video, which right now is the middle. I would hope that eventually YouTube would allow that to be something you could maybe make edits to, but right now they don't. Yeah, you notice they had it vanished. Yeah. Yeah, because like I'm completely like off the camera again. At least now I'm not punching the microphone. Maybe if I move the instructions over, I'll center myself a little bit better. Overall, I need to reposition my cameras too. Like little by little, there's different things I've been working on, and that's one that's on the list. Bits, bricks, dual streams that way. Wow, this is... Before I end up doing this completely wrong, let me make sure this piece actually goes here, because this feels hard to push in here. Oh my goodness. So she has both vertical and horizontal? Yeah. Oh my... Wow. That's strange. It was hard to get in like on there, but it popped in perfectly fine when I took the piece off. I'm a little disappointed that the other things didn't work though. I wonder what's wrong with them. That the set info and the grab one didn't work. I was trying to come up with things that seemed like they'd be fun but not too gimmicky. And I was like, oh, these will be nice to add in here, and then no good. I guess I got a ways to go on that too. I like the overlay changes you've been making. That's some nice improvements to be adding. Was that going forward for everything, or is that did it start mostly because of the St. Patrick's Day brick crawl, or you were just going to do that anyway? All part of the fun. Small tweaks. Yep. I know, it was nice because like today, like after St. Patrick's Day, I was cooking dinner and there was more people streaming while I was cooking, so I had more live streams I could watch as I was cooking up dinner. Very first was through OBS and it failed miserably. What went wrong? Everything? Or like was it anything in particular? My biggest problem with OBS lately is that the bandwidth seems to be a problem occasionally, but I don't know that that's OBS. I suspect that's actually my internet in the house. I've been meaning to try to get my machine wired directly, but I've discovered that this laptop doesn't have an Ethernet port, so I have to come up with some other way to connect through to get onto to get wired. Which I thought was very surprising because I got this originally because it was supposed to be more like a gaming laptop. And it's like, and it doesn't connect to a wired network? Well, I guess that was an oversight on my part. But failed miserably, so I went vertical from my phone as just a last resort. Yeah, and it's funny because I know so many people just go from their phone anyway, and it seems to be perfectly fine. Terrible FPS and pretty frozen, yeah. So where? I see. There we go. And I need this one and I'm actually realizing that's something I probably am going to need to add some sort of a mouse to my setup because, I mean, actually, this isn't too bad. Like, I can sort of, like, so from the chats, if there was something I wanted to do, one of the things I want to do is kind of either find a way to highlight or do stuff with chats that come through. But I guess I can actually reach it okay, but a mouse might be faster. Never happy with vertical streaming. I couldn't do my music like I wanted, and even with a mic, I wasn't getting the sound I wanted. Yeah. And if you use the built-in horizontal and vertical and somebody's already subscribed to you, or at least this is what I think I've found so far. Maybe I'm wrong, but it seems like if somebody's already subscribed to you and you use that to stream in both, they're just going to find your horizontal. They're not going to find your vertical. So it's almost like, okay, it's like it makes sense somewhat because the vertical is supposed to be better for discoverability. And once somebody's already subbed to you, then you don't really need to do that anymore. But I don't know. It's like it's. I think it's almost causing me more problems, and I might just step away from it a little bit and like give up that bit of discoverability for more control over what I'm putting out there, the way I want it to be seen, and let that kind of carry it through instead. In general, I thought that was actually an interesting piece that I took off the St. Patrick's Day event was that there's a big difference between everybody, whether or not they're doing the vertical streaming, horizontal streaming, what they include, what they have, what they don't have. Like there are different styles for their streams. It was kind of refreshing to see everybody doing things a little bit differently. I mean, my productivity for the day was shot, but it was fun to see. Only had like 5 views from the vertical shorts feed. Yeah, I'm always torn by. I'd have to go back to see how easy it is to find. At some point, I remember the analytics giving me that number and being like, okay, this is how much you got and this is how much came from the shorts feed. And I should probably go back and see what that looks like for me to see if it's even worth it to keep doing it the way I'm doing it. That's the main thing. Don't worry about trying to do what others are doing. Do what you want the way you want. If you're having fun, it will show. Yeah, right? I mean, that's why, like, oh, I'm completely blanking. Who was it? Oh, was it MC Lego Therapy? Was he the one that like started off like ripping the shirt and like it was like a big like hyping up the energy? It's like I feel like that's not me in any way, but it's like you could tell that it was like something he was having fun with. Um, like I got a kick out of that. I was watching some of his stream today, um, doing the Pokemon set, which is one I thought it was. I had no idea that set was that big. My son is interested in that set, and I at the time I said, which I probably still will say no now that I know how huge it is, but I've been trying to talk him out of it because, which honestly, my feeling was I was trying to talk him out of it because it is like a set that you sort of build and almost like put on a shelf as a display, and it's like, well, you can't play with it like you can with like Minecraft or the other sets that you build. But more and more, my son is turning into the type that will build a set for display, set it the way he wants it, and then almost never go back to touch it. And it's not that he doesn't enjoy them; he enjoys them, but he likes setting them up and then leaving them. So who knows? Maybe it actually would be one that he would enjoy because he could build it. And I mean, those were huge Pokemon on that thing. Yeah, it was a display for sure. But it's funny because then when, because who was he building today that I was it? It was the Blastoise, and that thing's like finished. It's like a small like stuffed animal, and it was really surprising. I can only imagine like that would be one he'd put on a shelf and um, he would actually maybe enjoy it. So I don't know. This piece, those. Oh, I think I'm getting ahead of myself. I am. I'm getting ahead of myself. I have to go back and push these in. That was Blastoise, yeah. I saw something about a rumor about playsets coming too. I heard a rumor, and I don't know for sure, that their playsets might be using the Smart Play. So I'll be curious to see if that's true or if that's just a rumor. I will say it's hard for me to put too much into it, but my son was excited about the Smart Play X-Wing and the like guns and stuff that you can hook up and shoot at it and all those things and the sounds it made, and he really liked playing with it when we first built it, and he hasn't touched it since. But that's also the way he is with all the sets. So I don't know that that really says anything. They have some city coming out for the Smart Brick. See, and I feel like that's where they probably should have started. I know it's not quite as flashy as Star Wars, but I think it just sort of makes sense. Though I have to say, I have seen some really cool things with people taking the bricks and building their own stuff. Like somebody took lightsaber, the lightsaber tag and Smart Brick, and put it on a Lego like larger lightsaber, so that when you would swing the lightsaber around, it would move the Smart Brick, which would make lightsaber sounds. So that was kind of neat. And then I saw, it might have even been the same guy, took the brick and created like a gear like device that would switch the colors that go in front of the brick to make the brick make noise. And so he could rotate it and it would dial in which color would go in front of it. And it makes me feel like there's so many things that the like brick creating like community is going to be able to come up with some really neat stuff when this thing really comes together. I just, the whole thing for Star Wars probably wasn't the best. And I think it created a lot of excess blowback. And I mean, there are real criticisms for it. I mean, it's super expensive. I I got talked into it when we were there. We were having a kids' day out, and just a one-on-one day with me and my oldest. And he played with it for a few minutes at the little demo table. Like, Dad, you got to get this. You'd really like it. I'd really like it. I see. Okay. So you're gonna go buy the set you want, and then I have to use my money to buy this, huh? But it's like, all right, I'll get it. I'll check it out. At least he didn't ask me to get the throne room one. That thing is so expensive. Okay. And now this one. I feel I am really missing steps along here somewhere. I don't know why. I don't think I am, but for some reason I feel like I'm missing something. That's fun so far. I think the issue with Star Wars is already expensive, yep, for the IP licensing, yeah. City doesn't have that issue. So it come out at a lower price point. I agree. I think if they established it starting with something like City, maybe it wouldn't have been quite as flashy, and it would have been a little bit harder for them to get going. But I think they could have almost like set an expectation and a baseline for it, so that if it came to Star Wars, then people would have been a little bit more not understanding. I mean, people still would have complained how expensive it was, but I think maybe it wouldn't have been such a shock at how expensive it was. We'll say it was a little bit fun. I wonder, do I have? Let me see if I can reach something easy. Well, I'll grab this one because it's my son's favorite. But it's like this. I'm hoping this thing's still charged up. Come on, wake up. Oh, all right, maybe not. I think it's dead. Well, I guess I won't then. We'll have to save that for another time. To be fair, it's been off the charger since we built it. Like, what was that, a couple weeks ago? And I don't have the charger plugged in, so it's not sitting there charging. But I would hope that if it goes to sleep, it would last a little bit longer. But that's good to know for an issue with it. It's like, okay, my kid puts it down, doesn't do it for a while, and it's not sitting on a charger. It may not work when he comes back. Although he can't play with that one. That one's mine. He made me buy it. He helped me build it. My compromise, my deal with him was that he could help me buy it. He could help me build it if he let me put the stickers on, because I'm a little bit specific. I like my stickers. If my stickers are screwed up, I want me to be the one that screwed them up. Though I have to say, he did ask to do a couple of them. He does a really good job. So, in fact, he probably did a better job than I did on a couple. All right, let's see. Where I'm really excited for the Soundwave build is when I get to the sound brick for this one, because I think that's gonna just I probably won't be able to stop smiling when I get the sounds from Transformers. All right, what's next? These and this. I'm doing that twice, so I need two. And these light blue ones. Okay. in there. And these go off the back like, no, like this. I have it backwards, building it like mirror. Oh, I screwed this up. Because one is, oh wait, no. Yeah, one's supposed to be one way, one's supposed to be the other. Makes you smile every time you turn it on. Oh, for the sound brick on the barra door. I know. I think I'm interested in starting to look more at some of that that type of stuff, because that was a I think you told me before, but now I can't remember. Um, that was like a third party like sound thing, right? And then the black peg in here with these two on the sides. Well, I do have to say, for the one thing I am happy about, Game of Bricks made the sound file yourself. Game of Bricks. I'll have to try to remember that, because I think I went to look it up after the first time. Because I can see where like that, like being able to add stuff. The more I see some of the things where people are adding sound or lights or things, it's really kind of neat. This goes in like this way. I'm also now keeping an eye open if I ever see any of the like sets from like Loomy Bricks. If it looks like it's one that would my kid would like. Um, and bag four. I'm trying to keep my eye open for any of those that would be better cost wise. If it's still something that I think he would like. Might as well save money where I can. My oldest is so funny right now. When we went that day to the Lego store, I gave him like a certain. Oh, and here's the brick now, I think. I gave him like kind of an amount that he could spend, and he immediately saw things that he really wanted that was over that amount, of course. And it was like, oh, you can't have that one. You can't have that one. Those are too much. You could put it on your list for your birthday or Christmas or something. And he was like making the case for that he should get one of them, and that his brother should get the other one because his brother's been doing a really good job too. It's like, oh. You love your Loomy Bricks? Yeah, I can't remember. I saw I think it was an Instagram recently, because of course once you start searching stuff, it shows up everywhere else on your feeds, because everybody knows what you've been shopping for ads. And I saw somebody's Instagram one for, I think it was like a Western town tavern. I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was like, well, this looks pretty neat. It's like, I'm going to be in trouble. I'm going to start to find themes that they have that I'm going to enjoy. It's like, I don't need more. Though, if I switched over to Lumi bricks, then I'd be able to afford more. And that's backwards. I gotta go like this. And you don't like the minifigs. You know, I feel the same way. I think when I looked at the sets, that was the one thing that I was like, oh, like I like everything here, but the minifigs, I don't know about those. They kind of remind me a little bit of. It's like they're a cross between Lego and Playmobil. They also reminded me of something else too, but I couldn't put my finger on it. Okay, there's one more of these hiding out in here someplace. No, that's not it. Where are you? Where are you? You're in here someplace. There it is. And then these guys. Off by one here. I don't know if it was the typical direction to go, but I remember when I was a kid, like I started with Lego, and then then eventually, when I kind of stopped getting Legos, we got Playmobil, which I don't know if that's typically the direction people go. I kind of feel like it normally would have been the other way. You start with Playmobil and then get Lego, but maybe that's just me reading into it. And now I'm back on Lego. My parents still have we had some Playmobil trains that my parents would still set up every now and then for my kids to play with. They liked it. They especially like causing crashes with them, which luckily with them being Playmobil, it's not the worst, but still not ideal. And let's see. Playmobil Western Fort. I wonder. I had one too. I wonder if it was the same one. One of my favorite things my kids like to do now is they take the cannon that came with the fort, and they discovered that they could just kind of put any old beads of the right size into the cannon and launch them across the room. So there was beads launching around all the time. I just left the room. I just couldn't be in there. Which is funny because my mom would never have let me do that when I was a kid. But she's got no problem giving a plastic container of beads to my kids and let them do it. She said the hardest part for her now was trying to find instructions on how to set the fort back up because there really wasn't a whole lot out there. Okay, I've got one. I got to do two of these, one for each direction. And what did I do? I somehow just... Oh, because you just flipped that. That's why. Okay. I know, right? I always get a laugh out of the different things on when I see them on either Instagram or somewhere else where it's like the way your mom was with you or your parents were with you and the way they are with your grandkids, with their grandkids, and it's like completely different. Like one of my favorite ones is like they have like you didn't get much of anything when you were a kid, but now that they've got grandkids, there's a picture of like the person has a bounce house like built in their living room. It's like, yeah, that's almost exactly what it looks like at my parents' house now. It's like I didn't have any of this stuff, but whatever. I'm just glad that they're having a better like relationship. I didn't have a bad relationship. I had a good relationship with my grandparents. I just didn't see them very much. So I wasn't nearly as close as my kids are with their grandparents. So I'm happy about that. Yeah. Your parents were annoyed with the grandparents. Yeah. We try to do our best to leave some of the stuff alone. We get a little annoyed when they get annoyed of stuff that they've like enabled. It's like, well, yeah, what'd you think he was gonna do? It's like we've tried to tell you what we've found works best, but whatever. We try to let them almost enjoy it a little bit for the stuff that they do that we probably wouldn't have and they wouldn't have with us. And it's like I'm just happy that they all enjoy it. All right, let's see. Next pieces. We've got some gray pieces here. It's funny, it's like a lot of like separate things getting built. And with one of these little like seat things and this. When I was trying to rebuild the pirate ship, actually both of the ships, some of our older sets, it's like these little like black two like by two like flat like seat things. That's what I usually end up calling them. So hard to find. I needed so many, and it was like everyone was a fight to find it. I think I finally found them all, but I need to get back to those. Get back to trying to put some of those sets together and bag them up and put them away. Make some space. Then this one needs another stud on top. And it goes over here. Okay. And now one on the other side, but it just uses a square with this one here. That, okay. And now a blue for with this. Oh, and another one of those. Okay. With this on the back. And two blue ones like this. One more of those. Okay. And it sits where? Here. Okay. 2 of these, and 2 of these, and 2 of these. And now I gotta pay attention because I have to build them different, because that'll be the 3rd time I've screwed that up. Okay. So one goes on one side. Whoops! Knocking everything over. And this one goes on this side. Right? Right. Okay. And now this yellow piece here with these 2 black pieces here. And now this gray one and this yellow one, and it goes in line on here like that, right? Yeah, because it's trying to, even has in the diagram, it's like this should line up with those. Okay, we'll continue with a blue 5 with a 3 on it, and a gray 2x3. I'm doing that on both sides. Okay, so this one goes on this side, and now I'm doing one on the other side. And it covers up that right here. Okay. Oh, I see. Okay. All right. So we do 4 and a 1. Then what is that? Okay, it's one of these. No, this way. But then a 4 and a 4. Oh, I'll have to check. I think my order of pieces showed up for the missing ones from my son's Minecraft set. I think they came today. He told me I could take it apart to replace the pieces that we had to use, and I could rebuild it on stream. How was my week? My week was okay. Why do I not see those? Oh, there's one. Nothing really that big. They're trying to have us embrace AI at work, and it's been fine. It's actually going better than I was expecting it would. Oh no. That didn't go better than I thought it would. But most of the stuff's been kind of just dealing with things in general. Nothing big. It was kind of for me, just a easygoing week for the most part. Nothing big to tackle. We ended up going out to dinner with my parents one of the days. There's a place nearby that does breakfast for dinner one of the nights. And we met up there because my kids like that, so they can get breakfast. And they had a special St. Patrick's Day menu. So that was nice. It was kind of fun going out. She hit 50 subs on your Game Ambience channel this week, so I was pretty happy with that. Oh, nice. Congrats. I always have to try to... We're going out with the family tomorrow. Nice. Anything special going on, or anything special about where you're going? I always find it funny sometimes. I feel weird sometimes asking the people at the restaurants for recommendations. I try to narrow it down to some things that I'm interested in and then ask them. And the guy was right. It came down to like a burger, which I always try not to get a burger because like I can get a burger wherever, but it was on the special menu. I was like, I'm torn between your burger and your traditional like dinner. And he said, get the burger. He goes like, it's great. And it was pretty damn good. Celebrating birthdays. Nice. Now, are you a group that will say that it's a birthday so that they will do something where you go, or is it you don't dare do that because people don't enjoy it? We've never really usually been a tell them it's a birthday type of group. Usually whoever's birthday it is doesn't want the attention. Sometimes we do. It all depends on the person, but usually it's a no for us. Like kids, we probably would because they would just want ice cream. Normally, not usually. Yeah, we tend to keep it quiet. I think my kids would enjoy it, but most of the adults would be like, nah. Half the time, none of us would want it just because we wouldn't want them bringing out a dessert that we'd feel like we had to eat. It's like, no, thank you. I could not eat any dessert right now. That was another one my son got me for that day we went out. We did lunch, and when they came around, it was like, oh, do you want to see a dessert menu? He's like, yeah. Okay, let's see what's on the dessert menu. And then he looked at me when I went to have some. It's like, we're not getting 2 desserts for us. Come on, man. It's like, I'm sharing this with you. No, I'm missing another one. It's probably hooked under something. It's another... I don't see it, though. I don't see it. Huh. I'm going to be putting in another order. Oh, no, there it is. It was shiny. I found it. I can put my pitchfork away. Okay, that's those pieces. Yep. Now these on the corners with these pieces on the end. And these two here and here. And this black one, and this black one. And now yellows. And these studs on the ends here with two blues here and here, and these gray ones here and here. Okay. Oh, another pay attention thing. Checks and X's. Looks like I only build two, but I guess I build them identical. Okay, so one of these, and wait a minute. But it's two. Oh no, I build one and the other side has a different piece in it. Okay. I was gonna say I don't have enough to do that. Okay. Phew, they almost got me. Okay, so these two, then this one goes on here with these yellow pieces on here. And then this yellow piece on here. Okay. And it goes in this one here. But, oh, no. I gotta turn it. There we go. Okay. So that goes over there. And then on the other side is just this piece like that. Okay. Okay, and then that goes on here. Woo! Trying to firmly but gently connect these without breaking everything. There we go. All right. All right. The sound brick, I think. Thanks to the LEGO Sound Brick, this is the first Soundwave figure to feature both sound effects from the Transformers series and newly recorded dialogue lines only found in this model. Ooh. Exciting. All right, does it have a... Yes, so here's the opening there. Let's see if we can build it over here. And down the sides. And cute sound brick. And then it slides in back here. Now, is there anything to... I don't see a pull tab or anything. So it just slides in back there. And so I'm assuming if I push it now... Oh, that was nice. What else we got? Okay, you know what? Just switch back for a second. That's too much fun. It's gonna be hard not to let my son play with that. All right, let's see what the next bit is. What is this gonna be? Oh, covers. It's a piece that goes over to cover it over. All right. Let's move out of the way for a moment. Yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun. Really makes me wish that like the others had sound bricks in there too, but I feel like having it with Soundwave is special too. So, all right, and this one through here with a blue piece like this. With then this piece coming through with this blue piece. Oh, nope, that's wrong. That's wrong. Oh, and I've got this on the wrong way too. Screwing it all up. This way. Okay. And then this one goes like that. And then this one goes across here. And now I take this one with there, and then here. And it goes, I see, this one goes on this side, and then this one comes through from this side. Locking those together like that. And then it goes on the back here to kind of cover up that brick. Oh, and then these go over the red piece. Nice. Oh, come on. Come on, line up. Line up. There we go. Whoops. I did not mean to do that one, but still nice to hear. Scared me a little bit because I wasn't expecting it. And no extra pieces on this one. Okay. Time is it? 10:26. All right. How long is bag 5? Oh, it builds the cassette door. I might have to do that. I'm gonna go for it. Bag 5. Although I should look to see where did they put the bag that has that in it? That's a good question. Ah, there it is. I just realized I hadn't seen it yet. Oh, very nice. All right, so it says the first thing is 2 of these going here and here with these pieces here and here. And oh, and 2 of these. Here's one. And another. Okay. Here and here. A 2x3 with a black 2 here, covered with, where is it? Here it is. And another 2. Oops. Before I do that, you gotta follow all the instructions, not just the ones in the order you feel like it. Now put it on and put this one this way and this one this way with the blue piece on here. And it goes, oh, first I need this and this, and it comes off the back here, I believe. And now we fill in the top. So this here, right? Yep. And a long blue comes across here with another, these over here, then 2 single ones. Where are they? There's one, and oh, might as well put this on because it's going to go on there anyway. And one more of the small ones. There it is. Okay. And now smooth ones go in there. So let's see. So we've got that one and this one. Is that one of them? No, that's too short. And a 2 that's this way, and a another 3. That one goes in the middle, I believe. Hello, chicken. Hello, Jason. Welcome on in. Yep. Building the Soundwave set. We're on bag 5, I believe. We just did the sound brick not too long ago. Which I got a real kick out of. Really enjoying that part. You can ignore the welcome message where it says to use set info or grab. It isn't working. Everything seemed like it should be working, and then it didn't. So, not for tonight. I hope to have that fixed at some point. And I worked hard on it, too. But maybe in the future. Oh, you're building the Ford Model T? Nice. I thought that one looked kind of cool. Let's see. Oh, yep, I'm missing... Where is it? There it is. And now I need to build this piece with this and this guy on top. Whoop. And it goes in here like that. Oh, plus parts from Bricklink. Yeah, I need to. I'm rebuilding some of my older sets, and I'm making note of what I'm missing, so that I can go and put an order in for all the pieces that have escaped over the years, so I can rebuild. These and this one over here. And building a Bionicle mock. Cool. I at one point I had started with Bionicle way back. But I never fully got into it. I always thought it looked cool, but then for whatever reason I never continued. I never followed through with it. Did you recently kind of get into Bionicle, or did you start off like when it first started, or? And this piece. And now this one with that. I feel like if I remember right, when Bionicle was first like starting and I tried to get into it, it was like I was already sort of out of Lego at the time. And that was my first step almost getting back into it. And then I don't know, I misjudged the sets I was getting because I just guess I don't know, I just didn't get exactly what it was I was getting. And they were 3 of like almost the same thing. And I just kind of screwed it up, and I never continued after that. kind of where I stopped getting Lego anyway. I think then I started going more into video games at the time. And, oops. And just never got back. And I didn't get back into Lego until more recently. Okay. Now I put this nice little thing in here. Ooh, isn't that nice? It's going to be fun. And put this on top with that one over there, and this one over here, and then this one in the middle. And click that right on top. And give it a good squeeze all around. Okay. The latch and button mechanism for Soundwave's cassette bay was among the first parts of the model to be developed and remained mostly unchanged from its initial form. Okay, let's get these on here. Make sure they're on there nice and good. Oh, very nice. Yeah, we'll go ahead and put Laserbeak in there. Okay. Not too much left of this bag, and then I think that's where we're going to call it. I may hang on to try, depending on the time, to try to see if I can get those other things working, since I'm live anyway. But I haven't decided yet. Let's see. And this piece on there. I'll have to be careful because I can... Right, Phil? Yeah. I do like that, the door opening with the cassette in there. Oh, Laserbeak, come on. You got to come forward when the cassette's going to come out. I am feeling myself get lost, so this will probably be the last bag. And click that one in here. Okay. So those three pieces turned this way underneath like this. Okay. And now I top this with another one of these, and the glare's getting me too. Like that. With the piece like that, with this, and one of these. Oh, so I'm going to be building two of those things. With this one back here, and a 3. There it is. And another one of these. And then this piece. All right. And now it's saying this and this goes back here. Okay. And now this goes on the top with this one and this one, and another of the two. Linked slope. And that's correct already. But it now does this piece here with a 2 smooth on there. Oh my goodness. Alright, now I take this. No. Now I take this with this and 2 of these. Okay. I don't know why they do that. Like attach one, then attach a second one. Why don't I just put 2 next to one another and then attach the thing on top? But I don't know. They must have a reason. Or they must at least think they have a reason. Okay, now how am I orienting this? This way. So this goes here? Yes. Okay. And this goes on the back over on here. And then, so it clicks on there and then clicks in there. Okay. And I got one more of those to build. So, 4 with the 3 and the 2 with this piece and this piece. And then over here it's the gray one with the blue one. Goes over here with this black stud under here. There we go. And they both go attached under here. Yep. Next page. That there. And the 2 here. And that part is correct. So now it's the 3 across with then a stud, and this goes that way. Now across the top is this one and then a 3, and then this one going that way and then a stud, and then this goes on the back there, and this goes across the top with a 2. Oh, am I facing that way? Yep, right way. 1 and a 2, followed by, nope, those are right. So then it's turned, and this goes there, and this up here. The build is tough. Hi, come on in. It's tough, but it's fun. Definitely getting that nostalgic feeling for the Transformers. This is my 3rd of the Transformers. I already have Optimus and Bumblebee. So I'm finishing up with Soundwave. This is probably going to be the last bag I do tonight. See which way, this way, lined up like that, and it goes in on here. Oh, something doesn't feel right on that. Did that click in okay? I think so. There we go. And that's it. So these are just the extras. Put those over there. And I'll tuck the stickers into the book. And that's where we're going to stop for now. But it's been a fun build so far. I have, I put Laserbeak in to try it out. I actually meant to go looking for some of my old Transformer cassettes, because I know I have some. I don't know that I have these anymore, but I know I have some. And so I went looking for them for tonight, but I couldn't find them. But I do, I'm liking the way it is so far. I mean, it's all the stuff I remember that I wish I had by having this toy as a kid, like the door that opens and the cassettes, and oh, that was fun. I really enjoy the sound brick on this. I cannot wait to have this one put together so that I can actually transform it, because that's what I've really been enjoying from all the different Transformer sets so far, is the transform process really makes me feel like I'm not just building with Lego, but I'm playing with a Transformer again. So I'm really enjoying these. That's where I'm going to stop the build for the night. To everybody that came and stopped in, thank you for coming. Thank you for chatting. Please do, if you feel like you would enjoy watching this more, please give it a like, consider subscribing. I tend to build every Friday night at the moment. I do plan to have other content, but I just really haven't gotten around to it yet. But I will probably stay on for a little bit, because I have a couple things I was trying to get working for tonight that didn't work. And I might try to fix them since I'm live anyway. But feel free to hang out, or I'm happy to chat while I'm doing it. But I also know that for some of us it's late, so please don't feel that you have to. Phil, thank you for coming in. It's always a pleasure having you hanging out in the chat. It really helps keeping the live streams going, and makes it that much more fun. So thank you for coming in, as always. So if you're gonna hang around, hang around. If not, I will hopefully see you next Friday. But have a great night. Have a great weekend. But now I'm probably just going to be messing with stuff. So hang out or don't. Entirely up to you. I won't mind either way. Have a great night. Let's see if we can figure out what's going on with this. So let's try. I'm going to try sending it in again. Set info is supposed to be one that's supposed to be easy. So let's see. I'm going to try calling it one more time and just see. So that didn't do anything. Why didn't it do anything? Come over here and... No, that's not the thing I wanted. The log, maybe? Check the log. Gotta go all the way to the bottom. I don't like that. Let's see. Oh, interesting. So I can see the new chatter welcome in the log, but I don't see anything for the other. I don't see anything for the set info that I called. Oh, well, now that's not cool. I wonder... Alright. So now if I look at the variables, so that's in there now. If I do it again, no, still didn't work. Okay, I thought maybe I can't find the it cleared. I didn't realize it was going to clear, but it still isn't. Still don't see anything in there. Why did it go all the way back up again? Take successful presence. Strange, strange, strange. Update. Okay, so there's me doing the update for the stuff, but it still doesn't. It still isn't returning the info. Why isn't it doing it? So that one worked. What if I just try to test trigger it? Okay, so if I test trigger it, it shows up. So why isn't it set info? Yeah. So if I go to commands, enabled, allow, strange. So why? So that worked when I ran it. Why didn't it work from the chat? Let me see. Do I still have some of those other silly ones? I used to have silly ones. That were just like, I don't know if I have any of them though anymore. I got rid of so many when I stopped, and I disabled so much of them because they were all kind of gimmicky. I didn't like them. So probably whatever cues. Action history. Yeah, so it's not getting it. It's not getting the chat. So I can trigger it, but it's not finding it. Why isn't it finding it? Let me look at some of the commands. This is when I wish that I had my headphones set up so I could actually see stuff. So, name mode. Oh, maybe this? What's that do? wonder... I wonder if that could be it? I'm gonna be annoyed if that's it. Okay, well, I'm still annoyed, but at least it looks like that wasn't it. Why? All right. Well, at least I know the other thing's working, so I'm actually going to call it there. I don't think there's probably anybody left. If there is, like I was saying before, I will stream again next Friday, where I will continue Soundwave. But that's it. Thanks for stopping by. Have a great night. Have a great weekend. I will see you hopefully next Friday.